A recognizer for a language is a program that takes an input string X, and this input string X could be if, it could be begin, it could be then, it could be greater than or equal to. Any of the language that will be able to recognize, that could be recognized in a language, is what we call a recognizer. And if this input string must answer yes, that means it must get the answer correctly if X is a sentence. Then if X is not a sentence, otherwise the language is what? It's not a recognizer. So entirely a recognizer shows us an input string if it answers yes. Then if it is otherwise, does not answer the answer yes, then it means it is not a recognizer. So we have for one can compile any regular expression into a recognizer by constructing a generalized transition diagram called a finite automation. In the next class, I will show you how we'll be able to construct a transition diagram that can help us to illustrate what we mean by a recognizer. So in any regular expression of a language, you can be able to construct a generalized diagram to form a finite automation of that language. So what are these examples? What are the examples of a recognizer? We have so many of them. One, we have recognizers, the tokens, and then we have the code, and then we have the value. The first one there is begin. Begin is a token, it's a recognizer. Beginning a language, say begin. Like when we are doing flowchart, we always use what begin or start. And the code is one, the value is does not have any value. Then we also have another kind of recognizer and that kind of token called end. You know, all these are used in constructing our languages, that when you construct them, you'll be able to answer yes if that input string is a recognizer and no otherwise if it is not a recognizer. So one can wonder how recognizers work. Recognizers work by constructing them. Somebody can say if typhoid or if fever equal to yes, it answers the question yes. If headache equals to yes, it also answers the question what? X. Then what follows? X. You are having typhoid fever. So you can see the construction, how the thing flows. So begin is one of them, and is also one of them. N has the value 2 and it has the code 2. It has no value. Then another one is if, what we may call the if statement. It's also an expression, a recognizer, one of the tokens that has the code 3 and the value is nil. Then the another one, we also have then. Then it's a recognizer 2. The code is 4 and then it has no value. Then we also have X, the X statement, which has the code 5, then the value does not have any value. Then we have identifiers like F name, last name, all these are called what? Identifier, because we use them to identify variables in a program. So identifier has the code 6. What is the position? It is a pointer to symbol table. You know what the symbol table does? The symbol table holds all information, all the variable information are being held in the symbol table, with the identifier, like what I mentioned before. Last name, which we call name, first name, which we call also F name, surname, which you can also call surname or S name. All of them are called identifiers, and they fall under recognize because you use them to recognize the language of anything, the language of a program. Then we have constant. Constant is 7, and then it's a pointer to a symbol table. So let us go again. Look at the tokens, the recognizer, the token, the code, and the value. First recognizer there is begin, which has code 1. Then the value is nil. Second one is n, which has the value 2. and the value is nil. The third one, we have if the code is rare and the value is nil. The fourth one, we have then the code is 4, then the value is nil. We also have the fifth one, then the code is 4, as the fourth one, the code is 4, and then the value is nil. The fifth one, S, which has the code 5, the value is also nil. Then we also have identifiers. The code is 6, and it is a pointer to symbol table. And also following it is a constant. The constant has the code 7, and the value is also a pointer to the symbol table. Other identifier and recognizer that we have the less than, which has the code 8, value is 1. Then we have less or equal to, which has the code 8 and the value is 2. Then we also have equal to as a token, as one of the identifiers, and the code is 8 and the value is 3. This is called the operands. Then we have less than, greater than, and the code is 8, where the value is 4. Then we also have greater than, the code is 8, and then the value is 5. Then the final one of the recognizers is greater than equal to, which has the value, the code 8, and then the value is 6. These are the recognizers. Remember what I said about recognizers? The recognizers are a program which takes in an input X, what you call input string X, and answer yes if X is the sentence of the language and no otherwise. So this is what we call recognizers. Thank you very much.